Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about the Arrowverse. Now, I am a huge fan of the Arrowverse from the beginning. I loved Arrow. Arrow's probably my favorite of all the Arrowverse shows. The Flash, however, has my single favorite season from any of the shows that they've created. I've enjoyed Supergirl. I've really enjoyed Legends of Tomorrow. I would say that one started off as like my least favorite of the bunch when it first started. But then second season and onward has just been so enjoyable season after season. I think it's like the Guardians of the Galaxy of television. Probably because it's the most different out of all of them also helps a little bit. I enjoyed Constantine for what it was the first season. I thought it was a little lackluster after the first episode, but for the most part, I thought it was cool. I would have given it another go if they came back for a second season. Batwoman currently is my least favorite of the bunch, but I still find some things to take from it. So there you go on that. And I am looking forward to Superman and Lois a lot because Superman and Batman are like my two favorite superheroes of all time. So if you're telling me there's a new Superman series and it's connected to the Arrowverse, and I really enjoyed Tyler Hoechlin ever since he appeared in Supergirl season 2, yeah, sure, I'm gonna check it out for sure. With that being said, I don't think I'm gonna deny that there is a little bit of fatigue out there, not just from me, but for a lot of other people as well. And I kind of started feeling this sometime after Crisis on Infinite Earths, specifically after Arrow ended. I was like feeling a little exhausted of the Arrowverse a little bit. And look, I'm still looking forward to the shows, but even Superman and Lois, when the trailer come out, I wasn't eager to check it out right away. I probably checked it out like a day or two after the trailer had dropped. And then when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, this looks different. It looked like the way it's shot and everything looks beautiful. So it almost looks cinematic in a way. So yeah, I'll give it a shot. And I did hear that HBO Max is contributing to Superman and Lois a little bit. I don't know how true that is, but hey, if that's true, that okay, I'm probably even more in now than I was before, because that means maybe there's a little bit more money being put in to Superman and Lois, and it won't feel like another CW show. With that being said, the universe does feel crowded, and when I do hear new shows like I was really hoping that what was it, Arrow and the Canaries, that spinoff that they were planning, there was a part of me, I was like, you guys just canceled Arrow, and now you're going to do a new Arrow, but with the Canaries that has nothing to do with Oliver Queen. Why are you giving me that? And I like Black Lightning also, but I'm not really looking forward to the spin-off series from that character who was a bad guy, or he was like the love interest to one of the daughters, and then he turned bad, and then he turned good again. I'm like, I don't need a series of that guy. Like, give me some of the better known DC superheroes. Like, okay, they're planning a Wonder Girl series, but then I started realizing even that's not getting me super excited. I'm like, guys, I feel like there's too much now. And I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I love all these movies, but that's because for me, most of those movies are constantly entertaining one after the other, where I feel like some of the Arrowverse shows, not all of them are on the same level as Arrow and the Flash for me. Some of them are almost there. Like, I feel Supergirl is enjoyable, and obviously I'm looking forward to its final season. Legends of Tomorrow, like I said earlier, took a while to get as good as it is today. But like Constantine, if Constantine had returned for a second season, and I know Constantine originally wasn't supposed to be part of the Arrowverse, but when it got if it was like in its second season or something, and that was an Arrowverse show, I would have been like, I don't know. And now Batwoman, I'm gonna be honest, even though there are things that I like about Batwoman, there are things that I'm like, it feels like a chore at this point. And I feel like Wonder Girl is going to be a chore. I feel like I'm hoping Superman and Lois turns out to be as good as I'm hoping it will be, because I love the character Superman, and it would be sad if I'm just not into it the way I was into Arrow and Flash and Legends. We'll see. I think that one I'll probably enjoy, but it does feel like too much. And part of the reason also is because there's so many episodes in the show, and we're at a different time now where there's so much to watch nowadays that I want to devote my time to other shows as well, not just the Arrowverse. And so I was thinking, what's a good solution that the Arrowverse could go in to make it easier for people to get into? And I think for me, the best solution would be, and I've been saying this for a couple of years now, as a matter of fact, like maybe around the time of Arrow's 4th, 5th season, maybe. I do feel they should shorten the seasons a little bit. And listen to me first before you say, no, David, I'm giving you a dislike right now and I'm leaving. I think they should shorten the episodes for each of the Arrowverse shows going forward to like 10 to 13 episodes. I think if you do 10 to 13 episodes, or whatever episodes it feels that the writers should think that the season needs, like Disney Plus. I actually do like the 8 episodes for Mandalorian. I really do like the 9 episodes for WandaVision. I think that's how much they know they need to tell the story that they're doing. And to me, it's working out really well. And I would say the same thing for not a lot of Netflix shows. You know, you watch Stranger Things. Stranger Things season 1 and 2, I think, had different amount of episodes. And they all worked really well to get, those seasons. I would say the CW, I think cable television in general needs to start evaluating a little bit more on how they structure their shows. Because I think if they want to compete with the streaming services like Disney Plus and Netflix and Hulu and so forth, I think they're going to have to realize what makes those shows rewatchable in order to come back. It's because those shows are easy to binge. You don't have to wait, here's your 13 or 10 or whatever episodes, and then you can go quickly to the next show that you need to binge or whatever. I think also if you shorten your seasons, and I've been saying this for some time too, you have your individual shows, right? You do your 10 episodes or whatever episodes and air them first. And then later, maybe in the summertime, after Supergirl and Arrow and Flash and Legends, whatever shows they have, are done airing their solo seasons, in the summer you do a special event season of the crossover, where you have 10 episodes where they all team up, and instead of Legends of Tomorrow, you call it Justice League. Because let's face it, that's what Legends of Tomorrow really is. It's a Justice League series that travels through time. Because it took characters from both Arrow and Flash and meshing them up in a series together, and having them travel through time. I think that's the fun thing about Legends, and I think you could evolve it to a Justice League series if you really want. Or you could still keep Legends separate and still have them cross over to the Justice League series if you want. I think that would be a really cool thing to do instead of these, annual events, which is hard on the actors enough already. The actors have stated in the past that the crossovers are hard to do because they film them during the middle portion of their series, which it's hard to schedule all the actors together and get them to, unite. But if you make it a separate series and film it after the solo seasons are done filming by giving them shorter seasons, then it probably would be easier to do the crossovers as a series crossover instead of a 4-part episodes across all the shows. I don't know. It's just a theory or a thought I had, and I want to throw it out there and see what other people think. Do you like the 20 episode format, or do you think, they should shorten these shows and make it easier to watch per season? And sure, when there's a long break, Yeah, we'll miss it for a while, but at least we could go back and binge it easy, and people that want to catch up can easily catch up with it. I think the Arrowverse is getting convoluted by this point, and um, maybe not in a great way like the MCU is. The MCU is, people are loving WandaVision, and I don't like comparing Marvel to DC too much because I know that causes some friction among fans. I'm someone that loves both Marvel and DC. I just want to see DC have the same success. And I think the Arrowverse, when it started, was great in the beginning, but I am starting to feel that fatigue. And when you combine the total of the Arrowverse shows, I think it's over 400 episodes already altogether. I forgot how much I calculated all the shows together, but I think it's over 400 episodes by this point, with including shows like animated shows like Vixen and The Ray, Freedom Fighters, whatever it was called. I think all of that combined is like almost 400 episodes. So if someone wants to get into these shows now, it's going to be impossible, right? So, but if you shorten them, it would be a little bit more easier. But I guess that's the thing about the shows. You don't have to always watch all of them. Someone like me, I like watching all of them. And when I start thinking to myself, man, I want to give up on one of them, I feel sad thinking that way, because it's like, it's hard to keep up a lot with these shows, especially when there's a whole bunch of other shows out there that I want to keep up with as well. I don't know. So I'm just throwing that out there, like, to see what other people think about the Arrowverse. I don't know if I'll get many responses on this video, but it's always worth a try, and seeing how other people are feeling. Maybe there's people out there that love the format still and want the 23, 22 episodes, whatever, a season. Maybe there's people like me that, hey, you know what? I'd rather have a 10-episode season of Flash and Legends and then do a mega crossover with a 10-episode series of a Justice League, where they all come together in one series. So that way we're not just getting a 4-part episode, we're getting a 10-series arc, a 10-episode arc in a mini series kind of thing. So I don't know, something like what the Defenders was trying to do. They had Daredevil season 1 and 2, they had Jessica Jones, they had Luke Cage, and they had Iron Fist, and then they came together in the Defenders. I think that was a really good idea, what they were trying to do there. Unfortunately, Netflix didn't allow it to continue on, so we didn't see how that could have evolved. I think the Arrowverse has already set up that way of doing it. They just have to make it easier for the actors to transition to that other show. I don't know. With that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and please comment below and leave down your thoughts, because that's why I make these videos. I want to see what other people who are watching the same stuff that I am are thinking. And maybe if disagreeing with people is okay, we can disagree, we can agree. Share your thoughts, guys. Don't be scared. So with that being said, until next time, take care.